Hello, hello. Hi, Johan. Hi, Shanti. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Today seems like it's a special day, so maybe let's get started with that first question. Like, why is it a special day today?
Today is a special day. First of all, I think there are three reasons for it being the special day. First, we had a very successful lens sale last night with Pororo lens sale. All the lenses were sold out less than a minute. Like everything turned into purple. Like I don't know. Like I think I didn't even get a chance to click any lens or states that it got sold out so fast. So 100 total 110 premium lenses were sold, and also there's an ongoing estate. There are 3x3, 6x6, and 12x12 auction going on in the open sea. Yes, that's the area that got
That's
yes
yes.
sold out. And second reason is there's an ongoing Pororo auction, which I will share the link in the chat box um, here. So I will eventually explain what makes this Pororo partnership and Pororo NFT special. And I think it's very exciting to bring this one of the biggest IPs in Korea to the Sandbox metaverse. And for Pororo, this is their very first, I guess, their very first Pororo NFT. So I think this is also meaningful in the industry. And thirdly, I think I mean this is not the main topic of today, but I wanted to mention. But we also announced the Snoop Dogg announcement. We you know you. And I think that is one of the biggest like artist partnership that we had so far, and everything yeah, the announcement, teaser video, everything's so cool. I'm excited. I personally want to own one of those, uh, Snoop Dogg avatars. They're so cool. I loved how he was smoking in the teaser video. That was cool. Yes, as Sebastian is showing, we have ongoing estate auction and also Pororo auction. Uh, so I already shared the link here in the chat, but let me share once again for any people who just entered the AMA. So yeah, these are three reasons that I think today is very special for the team and for the Sandbox community.
Excellent. Thank you, Johan. Thank you. And thank you a lot. I see a lot of people watching us already live. Like we have more than 100 people. So before we jump into question and after all this excitement that Johan shared with us, let's start with some basic introduction. Maybe some of you are not familiar with who we are and what is Sandbox. So we'll get first of all to present you what is the Sandbox and then deep dive into some of the news and topics today. Johan, do you
Yes.
want to introduce quickly yourself
Yeah,
first?
actually, first, yeah, let me introduce myself. First of all, I think there's another reason that today is special because today's like my first time to ever join the global AMA. I've been always leading the local AMA in Korea, but I am very honored and very happy to join the global AMA to be able to communicate with the global community. I'm very happy about that, and I am currently leading the business development in Korea as a Korea director. And yeah, I am actually the first Korean team member in the Sandbox, and I've been with the Sandbox for the last 2 years. And yes, I think Korea has been always an exciting market for the Sandbox because for many rounds until it got so global, until the Sandbox got so global, Korea really has been top two, land purchasing land a country. Yeah, Korea is still they have a high participation whenever there's a land sale. So yeah, so I think Korea has been always special for the Sandbox, and Sandbox has been very special for especially crypto community in Korea because I mean, as many of you might already know, like Upbit, Bithumb, these are one of the main Korean exchanges, and yeah, and the Sand has always been showing strong volume in these exchanges. And yes, things get very viral here. So yes, yeah, that's me.
Definitely.
And also, yeah, Korea team has been growing. Actually, this year we are actually at the moment working on setting up the Sandbox entity in Korea. We already hired a new team member who was a senior level in the gaming industry, and the reason that we wanted her to join our team in Korea is because we wanted to shift our marketing focus from crypto to gaming, and we want to reach out to the gaming industry and gaming companies and studios. So yeah, stay tuned for the Korea Sandbox to grow in the Korean gaming industry. And we have 3 more team members joining us next week. I'll be able to first time seeing them physically next week, Monday. So I'm also excited about that. Yeah, that's an introduction about me and the Korean operations. I hope you are all excited about this also.
Oh yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Johan, and definitely the importance of the Korea community and market in Sandbox has been phenomenal. Korea is definitely our second market. We want to make it become the first market based on gaming. Like I think no one now there's nobody that doesn't know like how Korea is a big market for esport, for gaming, for music and fashion and so many different areas that all perfectly fit with Sandbox and our metaverse. We have also another guest today. This is Shanti. You might have seen him if you've been following us, but if you didn't, I guess it's time. Shanti, do you want to introduce yourself as well?
You can talk in Korean and I can interpret for you.
저는 원래 샌드박스에서 요한님과 1년 동안 함께 그 사람이 없을 때부터 열심히 일을 했고 지금은 이제 커뮤니티가 어느 정도 성장을 하고 마켓도 어느 정도 좋아져서 지금은 샌드박스 밖에서 다양한 뭐 저희의 IP와 다른 뭐 게임들 이런 거를 함께 제작을 하고 있습니다.
So I've been working with Johan in Korea as a team member for more than a year now. I began working as a creator fund manager here, and recently I began my own business as a game studio solely dedicated for the Sandbox to create my own IP on the Sandbox and also to support creating Korean partners contents on the Sandbox. Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Shanti has been one of the most talented and first creator in Korea, leading the way, I'm sure. So if we get time, we're aiming for 1 hour today. If we have some time after, we'll let him show and unveil some of the cool stuff. But everything you're seeing today from Pororo is also the work from him and his team. So that's, I think, something important to mention, and we'll be seeing it in action. Before we jump into some of the questions that we've prepared today and the community will have, I guess I want to explain what we're seeing on screen today. So this is the dedicated website where you can find more information about Pororo, this famous Korean IP that Johan will be telling us more about its background that's entering the metaverse for the first time. Quick reminder, like there's a free NFT giveaway as well. So we'll share the URL, and if you sign up through that button, you might be a lucky winner for it too. And why don't we start with playing the teaser here? So let me see.
Yes, wait, I have the teaser ready. So let me share my screen. Okay, share screen. When is it Chrome table Pororo? Share. Yes. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, here's the first teaser. So the teaser you saw was the very first teaser that went out 2 weeks ago. This was to really introduce the partnership between the Sandbox and Iconics and Onbuff, because it was a historic moment that Pororo is entering the metaverse and really using the Sandbox as the first platform to do so. So I think that was really a big news for us. And also, there's another video there I would like to share. This was the video that was announced yesterday. Let me share the screen again. Chrome tab. Here it is.
Wow,
Yes.
great video. So good transition to what it is that we're seeing. Like, maybe explain us who are those characters, and why are they NFT? What does it mean? And what users will be able to do with them?
Sure. Let me first answer this question then. Like, why is first of all, what is the Pororo the Little Penguin IP? I mean, this is big in Asia and Korea and in some parts of in the world, but I think many it may be the first time that many of participants today heard about Pororo. So to introduce about Pororo is, like, you can actually call it as the modern day like Mickey Mouse. It's a bit different in nuance, because Mickey Mouse, it's a legendary character, but Pororo is in such status in Korea and in some parts of the world, and it is still relevant and huge in the children's market, especially, but not only in the children's market globally, but also locally in Korea, as Samsung, for instance, recently did a collaboration with Pororo to create Pororo line home appliances, for instance. So it is definitely a big IP and character in Korea, and also globally, as I mentioned several times, because as there are about more than 4.5 million subscribers in the Pororo YouTube channel, and the popularity among children is so huge that in Korea, especially, we call Pororo as the president of children. So we call him President, like in Korea. So that's
Nice.
how big he is. You see him in the streets, you see him in various products, because Iconics, which is the IP holder for the Pororo, they do a lot of collaborations with various companies in Korea, and various companies want to use this Pororo for the marketing of their own product. And so also, like, Pororo is not just about IP, but it has its own animation show, a series of animation which you can find in YouTube. And like, if you come to Korea, like, if you see any children in cafes or in the street, like, parents show Pororo to keep them silent and quiet and behave, because like the moment you turn on Pororo and put it in front of their face, they just watch Pororo and stay quiet. So and one of the key like plots of Pororo is that as Pororo is a penguin, it can't fly. So his ultimate wish, dream, is to fly like any other birds. So in order to do so, his friends, the characters that you saw in the teaser video, they try to help him so that he can fulfill his dream and fly in the sky. And to spoil the story, because I doubt that anyone's gonna go and watch the whole series of Pororo now after this anime. So to spoil the story, eventually Eddie, one of the characters, create an airplane for him, and with Krong, the crocodile character that you saw in the teaser, Pororo gets to fly in the sky for the first time, and that's why like Pororo has this pilot-like hat in the character, and I think this can actually be a hint eventually to any people who are considering purchasing any Pororo NFT, and especially one and only Pororo NFT that is on auction at the moment, because we want to incorporate this storyline into Pororo, and eventually there will be benefits in regarding like owning a Pororo, and what Pororo, what kind of assets Pororo has in the actual animation story. So by owning Pororo, you will get a chance to get a airdrop of extra NFTs that you will be able to using in the metaverse, in the Sandbox game, and most importantly, if you own Pororo, you will be involved in realizing his dream in the metaverse also. So we'll see if Pororo will be able to fly in the Sandbox.
Wow, I love it. So there's a very strong cultural element, as you mentioned, in Korea, like related to like how locally it's being used, distributed, used for marketing, used for education of kids in a way, because that's keeping kids quiet while parents can do other things. But I think it brings good value, like good energy, a certain goal in life, like he wants to achieve something, his friends are helping him somehow. So in the story, I find I like it. Basically the message around like you can achieve things with imagination, you can achieve your goal with help of your friends as well. And now Pororo as an NFT is entering the Sandbox, which means that you can use him as a character with the game maker and create your own stories, your own adventure as well, featuring it, which means like parents can in a way get their kids to create their own games with the game maker or themselves. Why not? In the it makes a lot of sense to have this Pororo and all his friends in Sandbox. So definitely very happy to welcome him today, and where we give a chance to our community, Korea and global, to own a piece of Pororo history, if I understand, by acquiring either. So yesterday there was a land sale which included some of those characters in premium lands, and today we have still auctions running until what time until the auction is going?
1 p.m. UTC.
Nice. So until 1 p.m. UTC, which is roughly 5 hours 30 from now, if I'm correct. You'll be able to own a large estate neighbor to Pororo, or Pororo himself. There's only one in the world, which gives you a lot of benefits, I understood.
Yes, and I mean, to add more details about what can users do with owning this one and only Pororo NFTs, and what it means for the Sandbox and for the community to have this asset in the metaverse is, first of all, in case of Pororo, it is the most special asset. That's how we have planned, because first, it is the main character of the show, and we see the value in the fact that Pororo's first NFT ever was minted in the Sandbox. So I think this itself creates a narrative. Eventually, when there, I see there will be, there might be more metaverses using Pororo, but I think the Sandbox was able to grab the position that, hey, we are the first ever platform to host the mint Pororo. So I think that itself is already a big history that our children will remember. And also, owning this Pororo will make you the only owner of this exclusive unique NFT in the metaverse, in the Sandbox. So you'll be the only user who can use this NFT as your avatar, or create a game using Pororo that none other has the right to create or use. So you get to have that exclusivity in the Sandbox when you own this one and only Pororo. And your game will be the only game in which users will be able to use Pororo or experience it. And in the future, what we are planning is, just like a Snoop Dogg announcement that we did, there will be a series of Pororo characters with different costume and skin and design, and which will be also auctions. So auctioned, and if you own a series of special Pororos, there will be special benefits that will be announced later. And the reason we haven't announced this specific benefit yet is because we really want to carefully decide on this so that owning Pororo series would really matter to users in the sandbox. So, but we will make sure that owning the very first Pororo will be a meaningful thing for anyone who gets to own it.
Wow, I find it mind blowing, this idea that there's only one person in the world that can own Pororo as a character. It reinforced basically everything about NFT. First of all, it's about scarcity, and then aesthetic, and then utility. That's what makes the value of an NFT. So now, like, that scarcity component is there. Like, the main character, it gives a chance to someone to build his own story, his own adventures, his episodes. Why not? And no one else, basically, with him. With all his friends, yes. With other potential variation, but the main one with the helmet, like we described, that's just one person. And but as well, like, once they use into the game maker, they can also monetize the game and experience they create. And that's something we should talk about. Like, if we talk a little bit about what is Sandbox, what are land, and how can we use land in Sandbox. Maybe Yuan, if you want to describe that for us.
Yeah, sure. First of all, I see this one question from the community: is Pororo for South Korea like Masha and Berry for Russia and Peppa Pig in Australia? I will put it this way: Mickey Mouse in the USA. Really, like this is without exaggeration.
But,
like Mickey Mouse
in the US. Even in France, my kids, they have like Pororo chopsticks, etc. He's almost everywhere globally. I think it's hard to miss him now.
Yeah, it's hard to miss. It's like BTS globally. Like, people who know them. But I mean, there's some
Korean culture is global now, right?
So, like, I see another question, like, will Pororo be at the Snoop concert? Hey, if you get to own that one Pororo, and if you take that as your avatar, yes, he will be in the Snoop concert. So, yeah.
That's going to be exciting. True metaverse. You see Ready Player One, that's seen all those IP characters, Mario, Sonic, etc. Scratch that and replace Snoop, Pororo, and all the Bored Ape, Meebits, CryptoPunks, etc. That's what Sandbox is about.
Yeah, it's like, it's really Ready Player One, like, already happening. So I still wait. Another question here is can users with existing accounts participate in the NFT giveaway also? Like that, the link that you saw, the landing page, is really for like to attract new people into the community. But I mean, you can create a new account. But yeah, that's the thing. All right. So the question that so that's Cindy. That's our TSB, the head of TSB game, Korea, who's leading the gaming. So she's here.
Let's welcome Cindy. Yes. Once she's ready, she will introduce herself as well. It's true. I don't know if we had a chance to do she did probably in the Korean AMA, but not in the English one, to introduce herself. She joined about a month ago. We had a big announcement around her. So yeah, definitely excited to have more diversity and growing Korean team.
So as Sebastian asked, so what is land? How to buy land? So like, land is pretty much, it's a limited supply of virtual estate in the sandbox. It's very, like, the easiest way to understand this is just to look around you, look outside the window. You see an estate, you see a virtual real estate, right? You see land. It's the same thing. Like, someone's owning that. And now you get to own any virtual estates in the sandbox. But what makes it valuable? I think there are two main reasons why this is three main reasons that it's valuable. First of all, it's limited supply. It has 166,464 limited lands, and so we have very limited supply, and this this works the same in the real world. If you have a limited supply of real estate, the real estate increases in value and price, and that's what's happening in the world actually right now. And even in Seoul, real estate in Seoul is skyrocketing, and the reason is we have limited number of apartments and living places. So it's the same concept, same principle. And secondly, it's the utility of land. It's not just the empty land that we are selling. It's very different. We are providing extra utility where you can use that land to create your own content, own circular economy, own your imagination is only limitation. You can create anything and create a new revenue stream or business model or a game. It opens up an opportunity. It's like a YouTube. Like YouTube is a decentralized platform for video content, but I think Sandbox is like the YouTube for games. It's like, hey, it allows users to create their own game IP. Because YouTube allowed to do that to video content creators, to anybody. Like, hey, now anybody can become a video IP creator. But now through the Sandbox, anybody can become the game IP creator and also NFT creator, because we are decentralized the platform where anybody can create their own asset, avatar, and mint it as NFT. So I think that really gives land a value. And thirdly, because Sandbox, I think this is one of the biggest strengths of Sandbox is, it's scalability. We have more than 100 partnerships now. So we're not just putting this, giving this land or providing this land to just the users, but we are the professional gaming studios or big IP brands that you've already saw, like Atari, Care Bears, Smurf, Walking Dead, Zepeto, now Snoop Dogg. Now they're entering the Sandbox to create their own culture. So I think these three reasons are what makes Lens so valuable. And these are three key messages that I'm spreading in Korea to the community and to the market.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's well, I think it's very well summarized. To give some number, 165 IPs and growing. Yesterday we announced Snoop Dogg. There's a few more that going to keep on going week after week. So we have a great lineup. Essentially, the way to see Sandbox is like this. We are pushing for play to earn. We are pushing, and play to earn is tackling the creator economy on one side. So artists, game creator can actually truly monetize and own their content and creation, leveraging new business model around NFTs. And the player economy, play to earn, actually. It's a new concept where you as a player, when you will be spending time to play the Pororo experience, Pororo games, or others, since we have 166, 164 lands, you will earn NFTs, you will earn sand, and you can keep them or you can sell them on marketplace, Sandbox One or other, and turn it into a revenue stream. And that's also very powerful and new.
Yeah, play to earn. It's it's the next big thing that's already, this is like prophecy. Like the Sandbox, the prophet is telling the world, play to earn is.
No, I think it's happening. It's we're seeing on a daily basis people are playing, are earning now some experience through some
already. Yeah, actually, already happening. Yes.
But let's have Shanti present us a little bit what he did, and let's dig deeper into the Pororo NFTs. Have a look at them, see them in action as well, so you can see already the utility. If you own a land, if you own an NFT from Sandbox, you can already use it with Game Maker. I think that's something important. And maybe let him share his story as creator as well, since he's part of that play to earn and creator economy.
네, 션티님 한번 데모 부탁드리고요. 그리고 또 저희 크리에이터로서 오랫동안 활동하시면서 진짜 이 플레이 투 earn을 지금까지 경험하시는 분인데 뭐 그거에 대한 어떤 소감, 뭐 뽀로로 만들면서의 소감 이런 것들 공유해 주시면서 이렇게 해주시면 감사하겠습니다.
네, 지금 이거 공유되고 있죠?
화면 공유해 주셔야 돼요. You need to share your screen, 션티.
잠시만요. you
네, 제가 공유할게요. Add to stream. So this is just one land, using the one land. 96 by 96.
일단은 요 랜드는 저기 게임형으로 만들어진 게 아니라 티저랑 뭐 에셋 소개를 위해서 만든 건데 거기다 약간 덧붙여서 풍선 수집하는 게임을 한번 만들어 봤거든요.
So originally I designed this level to use for the teaser video and for any promotion. So this is not official level design, but for this demo I've added some elements of game where Pororo has to collect the balloons in this level. So let's watch. Oh, that's one of his friends. Foxen.
Oh, nice. So it's a bit laggy here, but just to reassure you, I probably the stream.
Yeah, it's the stream. It's not Game Maker lagging. It's just the stream lagging.
Maybe over Twitch is faster, but
yeah.
So yeah, we can already see Pororo jumping, collecting item. He's almost flying. I'm sure, like if you make him drop off.
Yeah, in the sandbox, you know, he can fly.
고소공포증 있는 사람들은 약간
this is not so Shanti is saying that this is not a game recommended for people who have fear of heights.
Absolutely. So everything you see here is actually an NFT. Like the car used as a platform is one of the premium NFTs.
그리고 이 에셋들 만들면서 유튜브로 이제 뽀로로 영상들을 많이 봤거든요. 근데 이제 딸이 옆에 와가지고 아빠도 이제 딸이 6살인데 아빠도 뽀로로 좋아하냐고 계속 와서 같이 보면서 제작을 했던 기억이 있습니다.
So while creating and designing these Pororo assets, my daughter is 6 years old, so she would stand by me and like watching me, you know, creating these, and like she's like, "You also like Pororo like me?" And like, you know, they really like opened up the like connecting moments with my daughter also, like while working on these.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a great story. So you family, creating games in family, you can say.
Yeah. So did your daughter give you any ideas? 어떤 뭐 따님께서 어떤 아이디어를 주거나 하시진 않았나요?
크롱이랑 다른 캐릭터들이 실제 캐릭터랑 초기에 만들 때 이제 그게 좀 다르지 않냐 그런 식으로 막 조언도 해주었거든요.
So actually, my daughter did give me some advices on like when designing the characters, because the version that is minted right now is the final version, but there were drafts of characters, and for the prototype characters, she said, "Hey, you know, change this, change that to, you know, make it look more similar to the real characters." So she did contribute in designing these characters.
And maybe let's, if Shanti, you can slow down and zoom in a bit more closer so we can take the chance to look at the character.
한번 지금 너무 뛰어다니지 마시고 좀 여기는 캐릭터들 한번 잘 볼 수 있도록 한번 어디 가서 멈추고도 해주시고 하면 좋을 것 같아요.
Yeah, with his friends.
So yeah, these are his friends, like Krong starting from the right, Crocodile, and pink one is Loopy. Loopy, she's really popular in Korea. Like I don't know, like maybe she looks cute, or there has been a lot of parodies about her. Like, you know, there were some community that were like creating like criminal contents with using this cute character. So like there were a lot of like variations where they made that content interesting, and that is one of the reasons that Iconics, the Pororo IP holder, was interested in partnership with the Sandbox, is because they already experienced the power of user-generated content. Because they never imagined that Loopy would be so viral in Korea, because like community, they start to create these memes and captions using Loopy, and it has been one of the most successful emoticons in Korean mobile. So they already understood the power of UGC, and they wanted to join the Sandbox because we are UGC contents, and we are not centralized the gaming studio where we create a game that we want to create, but we let community to create the game they think that is fun and interesting for them. So one of the motivations for Iconics was, hey, we want to see what community will be able to create using our IP. So that was one of the stories. So you see, you see Loopy, Eddie, there's Petty, Pee and Popo, there's Harry flying, the pink bird, and Poby, that's the polar bear that is dancing in the middle. Yeah, so
excellent. That's they are all cute. I don't know if you can zoom in and zoom out with the mouse scroll wheel. That's right now what we're seeing is exactly like we are seeing third-person camera. So that's something specific into gaming. Like once you own it, you can decide if you want to make a top-down game or more like a third-person, first-person as well if you want. Those are some of the cool features.
Yeah, actually, Shanti is doing it right now. He changed the version to first-person. Yeah, now it's first-person. Let's go see the characters. Now you're Pororo now. Yeah. So you see these houses, and just letting you know, like for people who are in this AMA, one of the events that we are planning is this house is Loopy's house. So for all Loopy owners, there are a total 80, but there are some sold yesterday. For all Loopy owners, so we are planning to do an airdrop of this Loopy house. So own Loopy to get this house.
그리고 현재는 또 이 뽀로로 게임을 기획 단계 중에 있는데 뭐 허브 형태로 할지 아니면은 개인 그냥 일반 RPG형 1인칭 게임을 할지 그거는 현재 기획 단계고요.
So as mentioned, Shanti, he's the head of the Factbro Studios. It's a gaming studio dedicated for the creating contents in the Sandbox, and this studio is in charge of creating game contents for the Pororo. And at the moment, everything is in the planning stage. What you see here is a unofficial level design for the purpose to use for the promotion. But at the moment, the team is trying to decide, hey, do we want to do an RPG or do we want to do a hub? But yes, we are in the process of planning out the game for Pororo.
Excellent. I guess we'll try to show in the last 5 minutes maybe a quick teaser of like the team you have, because I understand you've been growing the team and what you are working on beside Pororo. It's so great to see this again, user-generated content, the whole universe from this very famous IP being created right in front of our eyes, and you test it, you play it, it's all coming to life, and any content in it is actually an NFT that someone can own truly and use or sell, etc. So really pleased to see that.
Yeah, I'm sharing the Pororo auction link once again in the chat. So please come and see if you can challenge the top bidder at the moment.
So good transition. So where are the auctions now? Let's take a look, maybe, if you want to share the screen and maybe explain how it works. Yes. What is needed to participate into the auction, either for Pororo himself or for the lands?
So let me show you for the Pororo first. So here, this is the first. This is the Pororo that is being auctioned, the one and only, the one that you saw in the level just now. So at the moment, there are 3,000 cents. There are bid for Pororo. But I think for all the events and benefits that we're going to provide Pororo, I think it should worth more. So yeah, I think it's still undervalued. So if you are interested, please go ahead and bid. And the way to participate in this auction is first you would need to create MetaMask wallet here. And install MetaMask in your Chrome and install it, and install it and set up set up, and you need to send some Ethereum for gas fee, and also, of course, you will need to send Sand. And Sand is pretty much it is the utility token in the Sandbox world. That is the base currency in the Sandbox metaverse, and it is pretty much listed in all the global exchanges. So you will be able to easily purchase Sand if you are here for the first time. So you will need a bit of Ethereum and also amount of Sand that you would like to bid, and transfer it to the metaverse, and come in and just sign into the OpenSea. And signing into the OpenSea is very easy. You just need to do a mouse click of 3 times, sign in with the wallet, and then just place a bid here and put a certain number and just place a bid. That's for the Pororo. It's still ongoing. We have about 5 hours till the end. And also we have ongoing auction for estates. Let's see how that's going. Actually created.
So while you go there, I had one question that came to mind. Like, what you showed us right now, like for Pororo, there is a bid around 3,000 Sand, which is already the equivalent of $2,000. You think it's going to be worth more? Like, what makes you think that?
Okay,
what have you seen before?
Okay, the reason that I think that is, first of all, I think we still have 5 hours left, and usually in this kind of auction, last 30 minutes is the most important. So we have 3,000 Sand right now. I think in the last 30 minutes, I think last hour to 30 minutes, I think we'll have more bids. I think that's how things have been for auctions so far. So that's why I thought that we'll have more bids later on later today. And also, like Pororo wise, there will be series of Pororos, but this is the very first one. And as I mentioned, we're carefully planning in Korea, like how we're going to really give benefit for the very first Pororo owner, for anybody, whoever you are in the world. It will be a valuable experience to have it. So we still have 5 hours. That's why I was optimistic about it being so undervalued. And here there are estates being sold at the moment, and I think it's same. There are different locations here. For instance, 12 by 12. At the moment, it's 4,400, and also 6 by 6 is 3,600. Even though they're very similar, we still have 5 hours. Usually, bidders, passionate bidders come in the last hour or 30 minutes. So I think I'll be excited to see how the value will increase for estates also. Because at the moment, the current value, the bids here you see, these are bargain. Like, if this is the price, I'm going to buy all these estates today. I'm like, thank you.
Well, all right, that's interesting to see. So the action, stay tuned. It happened in the last minute, so in about 5 hours today, which Korea time is about 9 p.m., 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Korea time.
Exactly. So then you're going to see and hopefully participate into the auction. Our community is available. I think which channel, is it Kakao? Is it Telegram? That's you here and you can help the team?
Oh, yes. For Korean community, we have our Korean-owned community, but also we have community managers in the global community who will be willing to help you and guide you through how to bid for auction and things like that. So yes, please join the community, but not just for Pororo. We have a lot of announcements coming up, and stay tuned. Join our community and stay tuned.
Very excited, which means like there's more things happening in Korea, which I don't know if we want to talk about today, but I'm sure.
Yes. Yes, there are more things happening. There are still unannounced partnerships, but which are being prepared. So, yeah, stay tuned.
That's good. That's good to know. So let's join the community. That's the best way to be informed and to follow, I suppose. What I would suggest now, maybe, let's see, we have still about 10 minutes more. If we covered pretty much all the question and topic we wanted to talk today, maybe we will take some question from the community, and then let Shanti present more his work. So let's take some question, Johan.
Yeah, let's see. Let me see if feel free to put new comments and questions. So let me see. Pororo got Discord. Like Pororo itself, they don't have community, but now we are part of their community as we have their very first NFT. So yeah, join the Sandbox Discord. Please, let me share the link to our Medium so that you'll be able to, at the end of every article as a call to action, we have links to all of our communities. So please, come check out our Medium, and also all the details and information that you heard today, you'll be able to find in our announcements also. So here, let's see. I've already answered question. Like one of the questions here, any new update ETA on launch of Sandbox? How? I think this will be a question for Sebastian.
So okay, question. Let's show the question on screen as well. I will read it again.
Yes.
Any update each year on launch of Sandbox? Well, that's a broad question because Sandbox is not a single game. It's a big platform that has many products. Something important to keep in mind. Sandbox has VoxEdit, a 3D editor that's being updated almost every 2 weeks now with new feature. Recently, we added inverse kinematics, for example, something the community really asked us for. We have the marketplace with the map as well. The map has been updated a lot. If you use it, you can see new filters, new settings. There's now the capacity on every thumbnail to see the logos of all lands around you, which helps to better locate where you are. You can directly buy lands on secondary market straight at sandbox.game/map. So a lot of improvement based on community feedback too. We have Game Maker, which also very regularly updated with new features, better performance, and many other cool things. And we have upcoming the game client, which essentially will introduce, first of all, the main hub, place where it's a social place where users can come with their avatar, which is also a big product that we're working on at Sandbox, and allow you to come, chat, dance, socialize with other users. We actually have begun private testing with about 100 users. Now we're moving to the next scale, 1,000 users live into those hubs. And normally towards end of month, beginning of October, we should open the main hub, plan a lot of cool activities in it, giveaway, a drop of NFTs and other with involving partners in it. And from there, we'll be opening later in October the first alpha season, which will be accessible only to this first season will be for landowners most specifically, and then afterward we'll be opening more and more season. And next year beginning of next year will allow a landowner to publish their experience they have created into their own land. So there's definitely a roadmap over the next between this month towards next 6 to 12 months of the progressive opening of the whole platform. It's hard always to talk about the launch per se. There's not a single date. It's everything is happening and updating, and new people, new brands are coming. It's a lot of cool stuff all the time.
I think that's a really good point because Sandbox is like one of very few platforms in the in the blockchain industry that you can actually try out and still experience, because we have already launched VoxEdit, we have launched the marketplace, we have launched the Game Maker, And so you can actually today like go ahead and download Game Maker and create your own game. And when there will be a public launch, you'll be able to publish that game into the land that you have. But you can already create your game, share that in the gallery, and share it with your friend and everything. And you can stream also. So
Yes.
So the second question is, I will go for this. So Pororo is not a game; it's a game engine. You build your own games. I think this is a really good question because this is really about what the Sandbox gaming platform is. Because the game is, we are the platform, we are the tool providers. So like we don't create like ourselves a game content, but we are providing a platform and tools for anybody so that they can create their own content and games and game IPs. So we want users to become game IP creators. Eventually, like the Sandbox itself is created with Unity engine. So that's why all these games are looking so smooth. And I think one of the things that I repeatedly emphasize in Korea is like, hey, look at these teasers, look at this, what we have already in the Game Maker. This is one of very few blockchain games that actually look like game. So I think that it really is. The Sandbox is the most anticipated blockchain game, and also like it is already a pioneer in the metaverse industry in the blockchain. So I think like community, I really think all the community members are already early adopters, and I think you can really be proud of that. And I hope you stick for a long time so that you can really take all the benefits of Sandbox growing, and you also being the key contributor to the Sandbox ecosystem in the platform, because there are job opportunities in the Sandbox, and there are many ways to play to earn in the Sandbox. Like you can be a tour guide, or you can be a game creator, you can be an asset creator, or you can be a landowner. There are many ways like you can contribute and earn sand and gem. So we are the platform. So there will be, but as said, FactPro Studios, there are collaborating game studio in Korea. So Shanti will be creating a Pororo game in the Sandbox. But feel free to if you already own any Pororo NFT, like Pororo's friends that you saw, like feel free to use that to create something fun in the Game Maker. So let's see if there are any other questions. Actually,
last one.
Last one. Oh, last one here. Wait, where else in the world? Someone said, this is a good comment. Like, actually, where else in the world can Pororo interact with Snoop Dogg? That is so funny.
Only in the virtual world, because there's no limits. It's all like the power of your brain and imagination.
I mean, think about it. Pororo, the most like child-friendly content, and Snoop Dogg like the most like badass rapper, like being in the same space. That's really cool. So here, 10th Mountain Guy asked, so in game you can travel by walking through land to land, or you would need to teleport to individual lands and estates individually? This will be our last question.
So the transportation system in Sandbox is definitely an important piece of the value of land. Indeed, you cannot access all lands directly. You need to access them through a portal. Some of the larger estates have portals, so they can be direct entry points. But then after, indeed, you need to walk with your avatar from one to another. So the distance is actually translated in about time that you as a user will need to spend to go to some of those lands unless you get portal yourself, and then can enable like direct access. So think of it like subway station lines, where like there's specific drop points, and then you have to walk in the middle.
So this will be the connected world. So yeah, actually, let this be the very last question. Will every Pororo asset have airdrops like Popo? Like this is what we are planning on. So stay tuned for the announcement because we want to. We are planning various events around the Pororo NFTs, and like as mentioned, like if you own Loopy, this is actually already a like a I would say early announcement. Like you heard it first because you joined the AMA. Like if you own Loopy, like you will get Loopy's house. Like if you own Pororo, you will get Pororo's house as an airdrop. But like for other characters, we're still planning. Like we're trying to do like you need to own like combination of certain characters, or if you own all of them, yes, there will be a big reward for that also. So that is something that is in the process of planning. So once that is all set, we're going to announce in the medium. So stay tuned, join our community, and subscribe for the medium page. And yeah, check often. Yes.
Absolutely.
Great.
All right, I guess that's it for the IMA. We would like to thank you, the audience, and maybe 1-2 more minutes, Shanti, if you want to talk about fact growth and show us what anything like you want to tease us about.
혹시 마지막 2분 놔두고 뭐 팩프로스 좀 더 소개해 주시거나 뭐 이미지 보여주실 수 있는 게 있나요?
아직은 좀 좀 더 준비를 해야 되고 있고 지금 저희도 이제 플레이투원에 대해서 이 샌드박스 생태계가 좀 더 원활하게 될 수 있게끔 많이 고민을 하고 있거든요. 저희 타이틀도 준비하고 있고 다른 IP들도 이제 그거와 관련돼서 플레이투원에 좀 많은 고민을 하고 있습니다. 그거랑 NFT랑 어떻게 접목을 시킬지 네, 그런
그럼
거에
그 방금 말씀하신 타이틀에 대해서 좀 설명해 주세요.
타이틀은 애프터 오션이라고 이제 바다 생물들이 이제 오염된 지구를 구하는 그런 게임인데 이제 조금 더 준비해서 여러 가지 아직 준비가 안 된 부분이 있어서 준비되면은 이제 오피셜하게 이제 광고를 진행할 예정입니다.
Our AMA is like a Bong Joon-ho's movie. You need subtitle. It's like Parasite.
Oh yes. Yeah, I don't know if there's a feature for it, but that would be a great idea.
Yeah. So what Shanti said is we are really working on designing a game that really has all the elements of play to earn and really utilizing the benefits of NFT. So that is in the process. And the title that we are preparing at the moment is called After Ocean. It's about ocean creatures that are affected by like water contamination and global warming and everything. So these characters will come up from the water to eliminate those things that cause contamination and cause environmental hazards and harm to make the ocean clean again. So that is the game that FactBros is preparing at the moment alongside with planning for the Pororo. Someone put here, good luck on the train to Busan, though. Yes, we'll definitely be careful.
Reference.
I personally think we're all in the train of Busan because of COVID at the moment. Like, we have to be careful of COVID.
Yes, I do miss traveling to Korea. Actually, like it's not too far along the conference in Busan for the video game and blockchain.
Yes, it's in November. Yeah, it's in November.
Very cool. So I hope we answered most of your questions today. We get a chance to see the Pororo NFTs in action, both Pororo himself, the current status over lands. We'll keep sharing like the action over the auction over Telegram and Kakao. So if you want to join and follow what's happening, be part of that community and follow also the upcoming announcements that we'll have in Korea. You're very welcome. I think we'll be sharing the link here and in the chat. And yes, thank you so much, everyone, for watching today this live stream. Thank you, Shanti, for showing us your Pororo game that you designed with your daughter. So I think to me it's even more valuable. I hope you enjoy seeing it in action. And well, we wish all the best to Pororo into Sandbox Metaverse for now and for a lot of many player-made adventures in the future.
Yep. At the moment, I'm going to start for post.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. 감사합니다.
감사합니다, everyone. Bye all.
Yes, bye everyone. It was a really pleasure to join AMA today. Bye everyone.